Resident Evil has always been one of the leading forces in survival horror, pushing the limits of fear and survival, finding new ways to expand its story and get scarier with each entry. A quick disclaimer, I cover an extensive amount of the game, however I cannot cover every section. Let this be your spoiler warning, but if I do leave your favorite part out, please leave a comment and share your experience down below. Without further rambling, join me in Resident Evil 2 Remake. We'll go through this game and talk about why it's so memorable, how it became my favorite Resident Evil, and how it pulled me into the series and got me obsessed with the franchise.
That's weird.
Rewind the clocks back a few years. My friend bought RE2 Remake for me. Me never playing a Resident Evil before, I booted it up. Got to the opening gas station, and what do you know? This game was actually scary. So I said, nope, not for me, and didn't think about it too much. Left in the past. Fast forward a few years, closer to today. I had just had knee surgery and stuck in bed with nothing else to do. I looked at my backlog and noticed RE2 was just sitting there. I thought to myself, man, RE4 Remake was pretty amazing. Let me try this one again. So I reinstalled it, and I booted it up. I picked Leon as a character, as I felt I knew him a lot better. I got to the same gas station as before. As we approached the same section I had before,
Don't move. Freeze! I'll shoot!
I faced my fears.
Oh, what the hell?
Feeling invincible in the moment, and on my way out of the gas station, that fear quickly came back. Things took a turn for the worst. There are zombies everywhere. I'm trying to find the exit, and it seemed as if all hope was lost. But I run into this girl.
Don't shoot! Get down!
This very action-packed opening does a really good job at setting up what's to come within the following hours. As Claire and Leon are slowly being surrounded by zombies, we have to load up and get the hell out of Dodge.
Come on! Get in! Hold on.
Claire informs us that she is looking for someone,
Wait, you're a cop?
her brother.
Yeah.
And Leon?
Leon Kennedy. You
Well,
want-
it's his first day on the job,
We're ready
and
to
I
go.
think it's going to be one to remember. After introductions, we hear a chilling radio broadcast.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you were advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police
So,
Station.
we're rubbernecking through Raccoon City when all of a sudden, our car is attacked by, you guessed it, more zombies. When all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some crazy man driving a semi, eating a cheeseburger, decides to rear end us. Totaling our car. With only one safe place to go, we need to run. I'm immediately handed control of Leon, and I'm surrounded.
You can't stay here, it's not safe!
Go on ahead. I'll meet you at the station.
I'll be there!
I'm running through the streets of Raccoon City. You can see how destroyed
This is out of
this place
control.
is. It's crazy to believe any survivors are out there.
There it is. The station.
Upon reaching the safest place in the city, the station, it's eerily empty. After running through the dangerous streets, I take a breather, as it felt safe. At least,
Hello?
safer than outside.
Is anybody here?
But the station is quiet. A little too quiet. I hope it proves to be as safe as we thought. I do a little digging and find a computer where I can visualize the security
There has to be
cameras
Someone here.
and find out more survivors are here. I find his location and try to give him a hand. But unfortunately,
Give me your hand.
things don't go so well for him.
I got you. Give me your other hand.
We find his journal with some strange pictures. On our way back, we had a few close calls, but run into a new friend.
Watch out!
Marvin fills us in on some important information. That there might be a way out of this place. Through these statues of sorts.
You'll need this.
Before heading off, Marvin gives us a good piece of advice.
And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out, or you run. Got it?
After accepting his generous gift, I assume this is going to be an easy task. But once I open my first door into the station, I'm quickly brought to the realization this might be a little more difficult than I thought. The atmosphere in the RPD station is unforgettable. The dark envelops the hallways. There's blood everywhere. And there are signs that something else has attacked these people. Something worse than a zombie. I felt strong because I had a gun, but I still held my controller tighter.
What in the...
And I moved throughout the station, slowly. I came across this statue and was immediately confused. I don't know how I missed it. Maybe I checked my phone during the cutscene, but I wasn't aware that I had the book with the answer on me. With the new medallion in hand, Marvin gives us a call to come back and talk to him. We find out that Claire is on the east side of the building. On our way over, out of nowhere, this happens. Well, this completely blocking off this floor from being further explored, I head outside to find Claire. She's doing her own thing, and due to the fire from the helicopter, the threat is steadily increasing.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take
Before
care of
heading
yourself.
back into the station, we find a new tool. Could be useful. As we continue looking for other medallions, exploring the station begins to feel more familiar. Learning the layout becomes easier and faster. I'd say I became a zombie killing machine, but it takes like 6 headshots to kill one zombie, so not really. But I did become less tense. That is the good thing. Now let's talk inventory management, what it adds to the survival experience. You'll find items that are considered key items, and ones that just help your overall playthrough. You have to pick and choose what to grab. You might need an extra trip or two, but these small decisions can and will come back to haunt you. So, choose wisely. I personally did a lot of backtracking. I wanted all the items as I knew I would probably need them, but exploring became the real fun. As my brain would learn, I'd occasionally get lost, but the map is brilliantly designed. See, red indicates when a room is not empty. Blue indicates it's good to go. We have a clear indicator of where we need to go and how to plan the next run accordingly. So, getting lost is not difficult to do, but honestly, it's all just part of the fun. Once we're done collecting the medallions, we place them into the statue. And we are now presented with an opportunity to escape. Descending into the depths, not sure where this path takes us, we come across what appears to be a boiler room almost, with pipes and metal rafters. We suddenly hear something above us.
What the...
As the sound dissipates and we continue to search, we are hit by something new. This is something we haven't seen in this story yet. Up to this point, it's been zombies and lickers. Now we're facing down a half-mutated doctor wielding a large weapon. My first time experiencing this fight was very tense. and I imagine your first go-around will be very rewarding. This fight, in particular, is testing everything you've learned thus far, with spacing and situational awareness as Birkin chases us, constantly adding pressure. We have to put him down by attacking his weak spot, albeit while keeping a safe distance. Because if he gets close, well, let's just say bad things happen. Once defeating this monstrosity, he falls to his death, showing us that there are far worse things than zombies down here. Once we are safely able to explore again, we find a way out. Finding a ladder takes us up to the parking garage. While entering, we hear some strange sounds.
Damn. Need a key card.
Well, it turns out the sound we were hearing was this zombie dog.
You gotta be kidding me.
This scene actually scared me a little bit, as it seemed we were fixing to bite the dust. The mysterious lady saves us, and without getting her name, she vanishes. Tells us to escape.
Do yourself a favor. Stop asking questions and get the hell out of here.
Upon further exploration, we find a door leading to the prison. As we push further inside, we come across holding cells with a prisoner, an alive prisoner at that.
You been here long?
He has some information on Chief Irons, and more importantly, has a way to get out of the garage.
I'll make you a deal.
He begs to be let out. He bargains. As Leon takes his sweet time making this decision, something awful happens.
Get me the fuck out of here!
This guy's head just got crushed like a cherry tomato. This scene left me a little speechless. I was shocked at this point.
Who is that?
Then, the woman shows up again.
It's just me. So you can put that thing away.
Hey, you can't keep walking away from me.
And we finally get her name.
Find a way out, Leon. Before it's too late. Then we'll talk. Name's Ada.
While my newfound fear of being close to walls sank in, I saw the keycard sitting in the man's cell. Right next to it, a circuit board of some sort. It appears we're missing 2 electronic components. I was left to explore the garage. This section is comprised of several rooms, my favorite being the kennel. Entering this room was not a letdown, as we were greeted by more of the enemies from earlier. This new enemy adds a bit of variety to combat. Is it just me, or are animals in video games so much more terrifying than most of the other enemies?
Just.
As we explore further into the dark, heading over to the generator room, we find a way to restore the power and unlock the door to the upper levels, back to the RPD station. Except this connects to where we first obtained the journal. You know, from this guy. This was the moment I realized how truly impressive this map was. I wasn't sure how the rest of the game was going to fare with exploration, but I loved the RPD station so much. Once back here, I realized the key that I had found in the morgue could be used to explore the other doors that we failed to get into earlier. Backtracking through the RPD, we find another section to explore. And this path takes us to the other side of the helicopter. A quick puzzle is needed to reroute the water flow directly over the wreckage. Finding yet another interconnected part of the map felt extremely rewarding. However, this small victory was short-lived. You see, the funny thing with Resident Evil 2 is once you start to get the hang of it, they throw this thing at you.
Jesus
Meet
Christ.
Mr. X, or T00, but known to most of us as Mr. X. Mr. X is a bioweapon made by the Umbrella Corporation, tasked with destroying all survivors and witnesses of the Raccoon City outbreak. As I face down this new threat, I took a few shots. He didn't even flinch. So I moved to the head, and when his hat was off, he started to move even faster towards me. I started to panic a bit. Struggling, I ran back to the save room and quit the game. He made me quit the game. You see, Mr. X will chase you around the map relentlessly and backhand any zombie that gets in his way, just to get to you. He terrifies the crap out of me and adds a lot more anxiety, you could say. Similar to this Tomb Raider butler. Yes, the super tall man in the fedora. It may seem crazy, but navigating these hallways, retracing your steps, all while trying to solve puzzles and hearing loud footsteps getting closer and closer, it's very, very scary. I couldn't quit though. I had to continue what I started. I made it this far. So I booted it back up and very slowly faced my fears once again. We still had to find the next electric component. I knew this was going to be a difficult task, with him following me and all. At first, I really hated him. But the more I spent time with him, the better I got at avoiding him. He became something that would show up, ruin my plans, and I'd have to quickly rethink my route and move. I started to realize I couldn't run from Mr. X forever. I had to learn and adapt. I personally love Mr. X now.
Marvin.
It adds a constant stressor, and it changes how every run can feel. Mr. X will react differently to how you move and how you react to enemies, really adding a lot of replayability. Continuing to explore these old sections with Mr. X in hot pursuit, we find the jack handle, which is needed for the library, to create a walkable path so we can get to the top floor of the building. Once there, we find access to the clock tower, where we can now use the cog that we had found just before triggering Mr. X. Ringing the bell and knocking off the last electronic component that we need for the prison cell. Was it just me, or when you knock off this part, I just waited there for Mr. X to show up because I thought he could hear the noise, only to find out that he cannot come in this room. I'm not sure whether to be thankful or mad that he can't come in here. It would be a terrible room to fight him in, but man, could you imagine just no safe places? With the components in hand, we head back down to the jail cells, where I fix the circuit like the best electrician of Raccoon City, and obtaining the keycard for garage access. Then something bad happens. Fixing the power rerouted to the doors, allowing all the zombies out of the cells. Luckily, I pulled this lever and we have a quick way out. Unfortunately, Mr. X is here.
Give me a...
I had to find a way around Mr. X, so I bobbed and weaved through him, heading for the door. He catches up. And, well, Ada. Let's just say she saves the day. We decide to team up with Ada.
Well, what exactly
We
are
want
you looking
answers.
More info on the people responsible for this mess. What about you? Trying to save the world?
We come across this iconic kendo gun shop, seen in the original Resident Evil 2. But it has much more weight to it in this version.
Like hell you are. You're gonna turn around and go right back out the way you came in.
We see that the gun store owner has a little girl.
Don't tell me how to deal with my daughter.
Drop it.
And she is on the verge of turning.
No! Wait!
Step aside. We need to terminate her before she turns.
Terminate. It's my fucking daughter. Ada.
But she has this slight piece of humanity left in her.
Emma? Sweetheart, I told you to stay put.
Daddy?
Yeah, Daddy's here. Come here. Okay? You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen? Huh?
This scene shows the way Umbrella has destroyed the lives of the Raccoon City civilians.
I was sleeping, honey. Okay? And I'm gonna put you to bed too, okay?
This scene pissed me off. Somebody had to pay. We gotta put a stop to Umbrella and bring out the truth for the whole world to know. Ada fills us in on a little more. We find out Umbrella is running a place called Nest that is deep underground, and that we might not make it out. We find out that a scientist by the name of Annette Birkin is the cause of this. We decide to head into the facility, and it will be dangerous. Heading down underground into the sewers, there is this section with a giant alligator, which really just is a small running section, but a small Easter egg I'd like to leave here. In Resident Evil Nemesis, there is a document that mentions this. I played RE3 OG right after RE2 Remake, so I just wanted to drop this here. I just thought it was really cool. Just to see this huge gap of time from when these two games came out, and it just shows you how much the developers love this franchise.
You overgrown son of a
Where was I?
bitch.
Oh yeah. Heading down deeper, we run into someone we've been looking for. Annette, who appears to be a crazed maniac. And I wasn't expecting that from the scientist.
You'll never get the G-Virus!
We now get to play as Ada. This section is fun, but personally I'm not a huge fan of the side characters. I just find it a little boring on subsequent playthroughs, but really good your first time through. Ada gets access to this electric X-ray tool. Using it, we can access electric circuits through the wall, giving us some very unique puzzles. As Ada catches up to Annette, you can see that Annette does not want the truth to get out, so she tries to bury Ada. Once Leon wakes up, Ada is gone, and our new task? To find her. Slugging through the dark depths of the sewers, we find Ada's location, and the only way to reach her is tied to locating chess piece-shaped electrical components scattered throughout the sewers. While exploring, this iconic scene is unforgettable. It really shows that we're not in RPD Station anymore, Matilda. The sewers as a whole definitely shift tone and pace, but it still keeps tension building as we explore further. I can't forget this first interaction with the new G adult enemy. I had an actual what the hell kind of moment. I switched over to my Magnum and used a few bullets, maybe a grenade or two as well. These new enemies that are starting to appear add a bit more tension, in my opinion, to the enemies so far. Some even give us the poison status that I've been reading about on Blue Herbs for the last 6 hours. With all the chess pieces finally in hand and a newly acquired flamethrower, we are suddenly attacked by another G-type monster. Looking like the man we fought earlier, but stronger and bigger. My first go around with this monster, I just started blasting him with my flamethrower, not realizing you had to hit him with something a little harder. After taking down the mutated scientist, we finally reunite with Ada.
Ada!
She's injured.
Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Ada. I was getting worried there for a sec.
But has a way to get into Nest. We're looking to stop Umbrella, and obtaining the G-Virus is the only way to do it.
You up for this?
I think I could fit it in my schedule.
We hop in the tram and head deeper down. Ada gives us a little motivation, then gives us a security bracelet needed to access the facility. Nest is a high-tech facility with layers upon layers of security.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open.
Coming down here feels like much more of a drastic change going from the cluttered, cramped hallways of the RPD into Nest, an organized research facility. It's a nice change of view.
Okay.
As we explore further into the facility, though, we start to see signs of chaos throughout, in the form of small messed up sections, bloodstains signaling something bad has happened here, and I imagine we're going to find out soon. This becomes the new playground for us while searching for the virus. Heading over to the Botanical Center, we can see that we need to obtain this security bracelet so we can access more restricted regions. As we enter the Botanical Center, we are greeted by a new type of bioweapon, the Ivy. The moment of realization I had when I realized that bullets weren't doing much, I switched to my flamethrower and was not disappointed by the results. What I've noticed about Resident Evil games so far is their small attention to detail. Me using the flamethrower was a great way to throw me into a situation and just feel helpless. But when I had that aha moment, it really gives a rewarding feedback loop. Navigating through the ivies to find the compound that destroys them, killing the plants will drop this security officer, allowing you to grab the key that he drops. But a little surprise is in store. So apparently, this guy is still alive. I rush in, grab the key card, and bolt out of there. As we approach the most restricted zone, we find evidence that begins to fall into place. We obtain the G-Virus.
That was easy.
We run into Annette, and she explains how this disaster occurred.
And tell me everything.
I'm not handing over.
It shows that this situation could have been avoided
I'll ask you one more time.
if it weren't for the greediness of Umbrella and the selfishness of Dr. Birkin. This outbreak wasn't an accident. It was caused intentionally. You see, Umbrella sent in a team to obtain the G-Virus from Dr. Birkin. They wanted to take all the credit. With the virus being Dr. Birkin's life work, he felt betrayed. The team severely wounded the doctor, shot him, and he did the only thing he could think of.
Good God, William.
Unfortunately,
What
the
have you
virus
done?
saved his life in a way, but it destroyed his mind. It's really quite sad. When you're fighting Birkin beneath the RPD, I swear you can hear him calling for help. After explaining this to us, Annette decides to throw us into the Ring of Death with Dr. Birkin.
Can't let him get away!
And there's only one thing left that I can do. Light him up. This fight is probably one of my favorites. It's got a big arena to move through, very good weapon pickups, and it's just fun. He constantly adds pressure, trying to smack you when you're in range, and basically picks up giant things in the arena and hurls them at you. It's really just a fun fight. I hit him with the flamethrower and put him down. Finally, it ends. It adds even more emotional weight knowing this is the Doctor. It's terrible what Umbrella tried to do, but sadly this isn't the Doctor anymore. The G-Virus has taken him, and he's become a monster. With Birkin defeated, we head towards the exit. We are greeted with probably the best cinematic in the game.
As much as I wanted to trust you, I didn't.
I really hoped it wouldn't end up like this.
So that's all this was. I was just some pawn to you,
Look, I'm just doing my job.
and I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon. I don't want to hurt you.
And you shoot me. But I don't think you can.
Forget it.
Shut up, I've got you.
It's not worth it.
Don't do this.
Take care of yourself, Leon.
No!
as the facility begins to collapse, and we are hit with a very cinematic farewell. With losing Ada and a countdown rushing us out of the facility, we have to move. Navigating through all types of enemies we've seen thus far, including Mr. X. He shows up at the worst possible time just to add that little bit of extra tension. Also, this escape music is just so epic. God, it's probably the best track in the game for me personally. We make our last effort to ditch our tail on the lift. To no avail. It's time to put this guy down for good. This fight was very intense. It was in close quarters. I had to move around, take a few shots, then move back, take a few more. I really love how, even though some of these fights can feel very, very similar, such as popping a few shots, backing up, creating distance, they still each create their own different levels of tension. Explaining this, it doesn't sound very fun. However, in practice, this works very, very well. This isn't just us fighting just another boss. This is us taking down the thing that has been chasing us for the majority of our playthrough. When his health gets low enough, a rocket launcher falls out of the sky and a voice can be heard. We grab the launcher and blast him to smithereens, finally stopping Mr. X. We finally reach our exit. With our tale coming to an end, Raccoon City left in shambles. What an experience I had just gone through. I sat and listened to the credits, admiring the experience I had just been taken on. You ever play those games where it's like, you don't want it to be over, but the fact that it is over kind of just, I wouldn't say leaves a hole in you, but just, it's this mix of satisfaction, but also, I don't know, emptiness. The experience you just had cannot be recreated. It was just, that is kind of the best way that I can describe that. I held myself back from playing such an incredible game out of fear. I wasn't sure how I'd like it, but after playing it, realizing how good it is, I've now played it maybe 3 times. Playing Resident Evil 2 Remake pushed me to a limit that I had to get past. Resident Evil 2 has breathed new life into a massive franchise that I had only begun to scratch the surface of. It felt good to go back and experience Leon's beginning, to grow with him as a hero in the story. In Resident Evil 2, it feels like it's your first day on the job, being very unprepared for the task at hand, but needing to adapt to the challenge before us. From the RPD down to Nest, this game throws some incredible challenges at us. The game pushed me forward, helped me face my fears, and helped me find a new game genre worth diving into. This game has so much to experience, and some things I didn't even cover. This game is still a gem, and I think it will remain one for a very long time to come. So get out there, go push your limits, and kill a few zombies.